Hey everybody, this is my bug out bag. It's progress in the making. I have some stuff in here, but there's a lot more that I could definitely use. Um, so when I'm going through this stuff, if you guys think of anything that I could use for a bug out bag that I haven't put in here, I would love to have comments so I know. Be creative, you know, anything helps right now. Let's start with the bag. Let's start with the med kit. This is my med kit. It's actually a pretty nice little setup here. There's a lot of different things in here that you can use. Specifically, just a med kit. It's got these, and it's just got anything and everything you can think of that you would need. It's even got instant ice compressors. It's got a couple of them. It's got these. It's got that. And that's all just in this first compartment here. I got 3 more to go. Put these back in here real quick. And I personally like this because it's got so much stuff that you can use for an emergency. I don't go anywhere without it. Well, I take that back. If I'm going hiking, I always take this with me. I always keep this in my car. It's just a phenomenal med bag, and all this stuff that's in here, well, most of it came with this. I think there's 1 or 2 items that I put in there on my own. Let's see what we got in the second compartment here. We got the iPad. I gotta get a couple more of these because it's not really sterile anymore. I heard that you can boil these and make them sterile again, but I'm not sure. If any of you know anything about these out here or out there, please let me know. I would love to find out more. It came with this, and it's just got little safety pins in it. It's actually pretty cool. You know, you can do a lot with safety pins. Comes with tweezers. The thing about getting a better pair than this, they're plastic, and I don't know how well they'd work, but it came with it. It's got a bar of soap. Yeah, bar of soap, lip balm, first aid burn cream, bandages. These are all bandages and prep pads, cleansing towelettes. You name it, it's pretty much in here. That's just in the second compartment. Put these all back in here real quick. And then this next compartment, it came empty. Well, I guess it's got one of these in there. I don't know what the fuck this thing is, but it came with this little warning. There was supposed to be irrigation syringe, but it's no longer included in the first aid kit. Obviously, you know why, but that's what was in here. I also, on my own, just put a little knife. It's a little dinky piece of shit, but it's always good to have a knife just in case. It's pretty sharp. It just came out of the bag, so I haven't used it yet. So it's still pretty sharp, so I can use it for anything I need. So it's always good to have one of these in all your bags. I'll put these back in here, and I'm going to be putting some more stuff in here, probably more bandages of any kind, because it's always good to have a lot of bandages, because you never know when you might need them or another individual might need them. Also, it can be as bartering. If, say, something happens and you need to barter items for other items, bandages, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can always barter them for anything else that you need. I mean, not anything else, but a lot of good things. Moving on, I have one of these universal splints. I haven't opened it yet, but I do have first aid training. I know how to use them. You can use these for quite a few things, actually. It even says right here what the different things you can do. My instructor told me what this was, but I can't remember. I think he said it was something to do with the throat, to open it back up, but he was kind of iffy on that. He said he thought that's what it was for, but if you guys know what this thing is for, please let me know. I'd love to know what it is. Also, this comes out with eye wash. It's all sterilized. It's got the turn it quick right here, and these are really useful. It came with some latex gloves. I need to get some more of these too, because I think there's only 2 pairs in here. It came with the gauze. That was also in this one too. There's some more gauze. There's another one. Then this is an extra absorbent pad. Then got this. Hope you all know what this is, but then the last things in here is more dressing sponges. I got 2 of them here, and then another ABD pads. I got 3 of them total. So that's just in this thing, and like I said, I carry it everywhere I go. I mean, I don't obviously carry it if I'm at work or anything like that, but I always keep it either in my car, or if I'm out hiking or anything like that, I carry it. You know, it's just always good to have it. One thing that I do need to probably put in here is some needle and thread, just because, you know, I've been, needle and thread, if you get a deep cut, you can always sew it. I'm pretty sure it'd be a lot better than having safety pins all up your arm. I mean, you can use them if you need them, but that's one thing I'm thinking of putting in here. Let me know what you all think of that idea. Okay, moving on. Got this backpack, and then this right here. Let's start with this little lighter one. You unhook it here. There we go. Okay. So in this first compartment, I have the headlamp. I haven't used it because it just, it's just Christmas. I haven't opened it yet. I haven't tried it. I figured I'd put it in here. Obviously, I'm gonna try this stuff just to, see how they work. I also have a map of my area. I've been told it's always good to have 3 different maps. One of them of your state, or even just of the whole country. Just the roads and all that good shit. The other one is a topography map. This one right here, it's just a regular map. It's the National Forest Travel Management. It shows trails that are close by where I live. It shows, some roads for so far away from where I live. We live kind of real close to the mountains, so I figured that, you know, if anything happened, I can always just go out in the mountains. We got plenty of valleys. Um, just there's a whole bunch of things I could do out there if I really needed to. So I'll put these back. And then this next baggie, I got a few more things here. I got some cotton balls, and I actually tried these out earlier with magnesium. Magnesium flint, actually, it's right here. I got it attached to my bag, so then I don't have to dig around for it. I know exactly where it's at. So that will help out if, you know, if I need to get it real quick. Another thing I heard too is it's always good to have about 5 different ways to create fire. Throughout my bag, I only have 4 for right now, but you know, I'll be getting more later on. But these cotton balls, you know, they work really well. I was surprised how easy it was just to use the flint and just strike it a couple times, and it, you know, it just went right up. So it's always good. Another thing you'll notice too is all my stuff in here will be in Ziploc bags. One of the reasons for that is it stays waterproof. Another reason for that is you can do a lot of things with bags themselves. I mean, you can fill them up if you're walking somewhere and you see something that you might need, like bark or dry grass. You can just put a lot of stuff in here. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can put water in here too. That's what I've heard. I actually haven't tried it, but I'll definitely be doing that when the weather starts getting better. It's kind of hasn't been really good out lately, so I'll definitely be trying that. Another thing I have in here is I got a deck of cards. You know, if you're out in the middle of nowhere, you can get bored kind of quick. It's, you know, and also it's a good stress reliever for me. I mean, I liked, you know, I can just take these out and just shuffle them around, or I can play solitaire with them, and it just keeps your mind off of things when, you know, if something happens, if you're lost or whatever. It's always good to have a deck of cards at least, or maybe a harmonica. I can't play a harmonica worth a shit, so I figured a deck of cards would be the best idea for me. Put these back in here. And my next thing I have in this bag is my compass. I've been told that you can use just only one compass, but it's good to have at least 2, maybe 3, because there's times that you might feel that you're not going the right way. If you have 2 compasses to back it up, if both of them are going that way, north, you know, you'll believe in your compass a little bit more than just having one. So I need to get another one. But you know, it's just a compass. It's got a level on it. Just a lot of different tools you can do with this. I can't really think of what all the names are for these, for the different devices that are on it, but it's a really good compass. It's, you know, it even has this, so I can just put it around my neck, or it came with this pouch. I can put it on my belt right here. So those are 2 things that I keep in one of the Ziploc bags. You know, like I said, Ziploc bags, there's always times that you might need them for some reason or another. You can always come in handy. So I'll put these back here. Another thing I have in here is my survival knife. Yeah, I love this thing. I've beaten it to a pulp. Well, I've used it a few times to start fires. It's got the little groove right back here so you can use the flint. It's threaded edge, straight. Um, it's got the little hammer. It came with the whistle. Most of you probably know what this Gerber does, but in case you don't, um, I've used it a few times. That when I was splitting wood, I take a rock or something and hit it right here, and it would just work perfectly. I mean, it's a little scraped up, but there's no dents or anything on this. I'm surprised at how well it's lasted. It also came with this flint. If I take this off on the back here, use this for sharpening it, which is really great. It even has a thing on the back here for rescue signals. So I mean, it's really nice knife. I like it a lot. This is another thing I take with me. Usually, I'll have this on my belt, but just for purposes of this, I'm just keeping it in there. Another thing I have is binoculars. You know, if it came down to it, I'm pretty sure you can do some crafty things with it to start fire. I haven't really researched it, but I mean, I probably could. I don't want to damage it because it's good binoculars. But if you need to see something far off, it's good to have binoculars. You probably don't need them this big, but it's the only one I have. The other thing I have in here is my survival candle. I actually have two of these. I have one in this bag and one in this one. They're 36 hours, so if I don't have anything else, at least I'll have a candle. Another thing I have in this one is I have a pen and notepad. So if I need to do measurements or I need to use it for any reason, I got it. I'm thinking about doing that all weather here sometime when I have more money, but right now this works perfectly, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's see here. I also have a flashlight, and again, it's in a Ziploc bag. It works. So I need to get some more batteries for it. I don't really have too much money at the moment for them, so I just have that. But they're fresh batteries. I just put them in there. What else I have in here is I have another knife. I love knives. It's a little. I haven't really used it. This one just came out too. It's nice and sharp. So I haven't used it yet. But I've done a lot of research, and as long as you have a good knife, there's a lot of stuff you can do. You can make fire. Obviously, if you know how to do primitive ways, you can cut stuff if you need to. There's obviously you all know what you can do with knives. So I also have just a little dinky thing of matches that I got somewhere. So I also have a lighter. I have a can opener. So I actually have two of them. I have one in this bag and I have another one in this one. One thing I've been doing a little bit of research in is for things like this, when you have a bigger bag and a smaller bag, you could, if you need to be at the base camp but you need to go hunting or anything like that, if you don't want to drag the whole thing, you can just drag something like this. I mean, I can come up with something real quick to just make this as its own backpack. So it's good to have them in both, just in case for any reason you get separated from your camp, you know where that stuff is. And that's why I put my compass in this one too. That way if I have to take this off, I'll have it. My other compass will go in this one. Another thing I have is just another pin. And then I got another light. I've had this for quite a while. In fact, I've never put batteries in it. I've had this for about 5 years, but I haven't really used it. but you know, it's always good to have lights. That way, if this one doesn't work, I'll have this one. Got another one in there. So that's for this biggie. Another thing I'll need to get here I know of is paracord. There's a lot of things you can do with paracord, and I've been doing a little bit of research about it. There's just a ton of things you can do with them. I'm aware of that I need to get some, I just don't have some right now. Let's see here. I think that's all I have in here. Yeah, that's all I got in here so far. So I'll put these in here. Okay, moving on to the bigger, badder boy. One thing I should add is this piece and this piece I actually got today. I got both of them together for $200. Or I'm sorry, $200. I got them over at the Army and Navy place. And I picked this backpack because it's just a phenomenal backpack. I mean, there's so many cupboard or little cubby holes. Everything fits well. It's just an amazing piece. So let me put this here. On this side of the bag, there's a sleeve all the way along, and that's where I keep my machete. So I mean, it's a nice machete. I've used it a few times. I need to probably sharpen it. I mean, it's a little sharp, but you know, it's comfortable enough for me for right now. So stick that back in there. On this other side, well, first actually, on this side, on this right here, I actually have a bandana. It's just a black one. There's a lot of things you can do with bandana. I'm sure a lot of you are aware of, you know, a lot of things you can do. Just to name a couple, you can use it if you're, you know, sweating, and you can just use it so you can keep the sweat off. Another one is you can dampen it and put it on your head so you're nice and cool. Another one I haven't tried personally yet. I am going to this summer. You can use it as a water filtration. Another one that you can do with this is if you get a bad gash, you know, you can use it to tighten it up so it helps stop the bleeding. I've seen a couple of things on YouTube. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more you can do. I saw a website that I think they said like there's 50 things you can do with one, which is pretty amazing. I need to figure out what that website is again so I can find out again, because I don't remember them all offhand. Okay, sorry for babbling. Moving on. In this cubby right here, there's two of them. One right here, one right here. And this one, I just have another flashlight. I need to get some more batteries for them. I got some waterproof, waterproof camp matches. I also have a can opener again. You know, it's always good to have them just in case. If I'm living in the woods, I probably won't need them, but you never know. I might need to come back down sometimes, so you know, it's better to have it, not need it, than need it, not have it. I also have some leather gloves. You can use these for when you know, you're by a campfire, grab something hot. You know, you can use them for that. Another one is just another survival camp or candle. So that's in this bag. And the bag down here, I have basically when I travel, and I do travel from time to time, I haven't done it lately, But hotels, they usually have those little shampoos and conditioners and soaps. I put a little bit in here. I used to have a lot more, but I lost them. I also have wipes, hand wipes that I got, so you can, keep them. Another thing I have in here is this is probably going to sound kind of stupid, but I'm kind of illiterate when it comes to survival. I am still learning. I just started. Well, I've known a little bit, but the more the better. These are just pocket guides. One for weather, one for hiking and backpacking, and the other one is emergency first aid. The reason why I picked this one is because it's really nice to be able to look at someone and say, "Wow, they're bleeding." Okay, well, let's go to this bleeding section. I mean, obviously, if they're bleeding pretty bad, you're gonna help them out more. But it's really nice that it comes with these little things right here that you can go to the chest, you can go to shock. Even though I was trained in CPR, I did take the CPR class. You can't remember everything, especially if there's something happening right away. You might believe that there's something that you forgot, so it's good to just have these. I think so, anyways. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I believe it would be good to have them. The weather up here, it gets kind of weird sometimes. So, I mean, we had snow on 4th of July one year, so it just shows how kind of weird we have it. Another thing I have in here is my candle lantern. I need to get some more of these candles. I don't remember quite how long they last, but you just lift this up and it even has a little hook that you can dangle it. You light it in there and then it glows. And I've used this a couple times. I mean, it doesn't give off the best light, but it does give off light. And I mean, I love this thing. I think it was a great investment. Maybe if enough of you are interested, I might be able to do a video later of how well this works at night. And again, I put it in a Ziploc bag. It's just to keep the weather out of it, because I don't believe that this is completely, obviously 100% waterproof. So if it's pouring down rain, I'd rather have all these nice and dry. So if I need to use them right away, I can. Another thing I have that I just bought is, oops, I already had it open to air it out. Eating utensils. Now, in a survival situation, there's a lot of videos I've seen that they can just use chopsticks, or they can use primitive methods of eating food. But I figured, hey, I'm going to use these as much as I can, because it's just another mental thing. It's kind of like a little luxury of mine to have these, rather than having to make utensils. I mean, I'd use these as much as I can. And they're stainless steel, so you can wash them off real good, so I said, why not? I haven't seen anybody on the internet really say anything about having these, so I figured it'd be a good thing to have. That's all I have in this bag. I'll put these back here real quick. I do apologize if I'm, carrying on a lot of this stuff. I'm pretty sure that, it's not really essential, but in case there's any other newbies of prepping, or maybe if there's a good idea that I came up with that you didn't think of, I figured, well, hey, we're all trying to survive, so it's better to help each other out. So, just trying to throw some stuff out there that I've done just to help out. It's always helpful. Okay, so moving on to my main case. During the summer, we have a lot of bugs. We have a lot of mosquitoes, especially by water sources. In a primitive way, you can smudge your location with smoke, because it you know, they don't like it, so they go away. There's things that you can spray on yourself to keep the bugs off of you, which is a good idea. But I bought a mosquito net. So, I mean, I don't like bugs. I really hate the fuckers being on top of me, and when I'm trying to sleep, hearing them buzzing in my ear. So this is just a way to protect me from them. Let's see what else I have in here. Another thing is I just have a notebook again. This is more like a diary, I guess, or a journal. I figured, you know, if something happens, I'd like to write my experiences, so if somebody found it, then they know kind of like what happens, or what happened to me while I was trying to survive if I die. Another thing I have is the SAS Survival Handbook. It's a really good book to have. Another thing I have is the U.S. Army Survival Handbook. I should probably put this one in that bag, so, you know, because I was saying that it's good to have both, like I will right now. There. It's always good to have those just in case. That's all I have in here. I got actually another compartment down here that I haven't even tried using yet, which is amazing. You zip it right here. Then I have my sleeping bag. This actually folds down to about right here. I just haven't folded it down. So this I'll definitely be putting either in my bag, or I might try to hook it out somewhere, but I'll probably just keep it in my bag for right now. I'm aware that I need clothing. I just haven't put any in here right now. From what I understand is you want 2 pairs of underwear, 2 pairs of pants, and 2 pairs of shirts, and then plus whatever you're wearing. And then socks, they say, I think like 3 or 4 pair, just in case if one gets wet you can put another one on. You obviously don't want trench foot or anything like that. That's really all I have right now. I do have a notebook here that I forgot to talk about here. I'm not keeping this in my bag, but oops, it's on the wrong page here. Another thing I know I need is toilet paper. That's my next thing I'm actually going to be putting in here when, you know, I get a little bit more money. Again, I need more batteries for my flashlights, second compass, more candles for the lantern. I might even get another 36-hour candle. Another thing I know I need is paracord. I've heard different things about like how many feet you should have. I don't honestly know how much I would need. So if you guys have any ideas of how much paracord you might want, I might want to put in here. That would be perfect. Just give me, you know, how much you have in yours, or how much you think might be good. Some of the things that I will soon have in here is a solo stove. I've looked on the internet, and it's really ingenious idea. It's you know, it's about that big. It's just to boil water, and you can cook with it, I guess. Another thing I'm getting is a 42-ounce GSI outdoor cup. And from what I saw in the videos, you can actually put that solo stove inside that 42-ounce. That's why I got the 42-ounce cup, because I obviously need a cup to cook with, and I need a stove. So if you put them together, you know, it saves space. Another thing I'm getting soon is the Tops knife, B.O.B. knife. I'm sorry, Tops knives, B.O.B. knife. I've heard a lot of good reports about that knife, so I figured, you know, it's always good to have extra knives. The last thing I'm actually getting here pretty soon, I should be getting it within the next couple days, is a Basecamp GMRS emergency crank radio with NOAA, also AM and FM radio. So, you know, if I need to bug out and I want to communicate, I'll be able to. So that's really all I have for right now. I'm open to suggestions, comments. Just let me know what y'all think. Also, I got this hat, of course. you know, keep out of the sun. Thank you for watching this video. I hope I was helpful. You all have a good day.